Oh no, no! Oh
No.
no! Oh, damn! No! Oh my
Oh,
god!
they're showing it.
Oh crap! No!
Woo!
I think besides it, this might be our only other horror movie we've done. I can't.
Would you consider Renfield a horror movie?
Oh yeah, I guess. But that was kind of like a horror comedy, right?
Yeah.
I think this is meant to be
Yeah.
just a horror. So this
Right.
movie's new for the both of us. Never seen it, but
Uh-huh.
there is a second movie, a second part two coming out this year. So we wanted to check it out. This movie is also part of Danny's punishment for losing with our little game. So what he has to do is he has to eat this thing called pungent, which is silkworm pupa, right? And it's I guess you could call it a yeah. There it is. He's showing it on the screen. It's in a can too. It's not even fresh, so it makes it even better. Um, I guess it's not. It's considered kind of a treat here, but not everyone likes it. Right? There are certain people who really like it, and certain people who just absolutely hate it. I'm one of the people who do not like it.
I
It
also do not like it.
yeah.
I've tried it. I have older, like friends and relatives who like this stuff, who will eat it by the spoonful.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories about when they were younger. I think it's like a nostalgia thing for them. Like when they were younger and they would come to Korea, and street vendors would sell it, and they would kind of like take a newspaper and roll it into like a cone shape and just pour the pandegis into the top of the thing, and they carry it around, and eventually the juice starts dripping down from the bottom of the newspaper and down their
Yeah.
arm, so they would drink it, but it would have that like it would have absorbed that like newspaper ink, so you're like drinking like newspaper silkworm juice basically.
Yeah.
But they love it, they look back on that very fondly, and I think so that's why they still kind of eat it. Eat it now.
Yeah,
um
and I mean, I'm in one of those groups of people where, hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not gonna judge you for it. But for me, well, first of all, I'll say this: it smells worse than it tastes, right? When you eat it,
uh,
I'm like, okay, it's not horrible, but the
uh,
smell is so pungent. When you go to certain areas in Korea where they do sell it, they're making it there, you can smell it well before you can see the cart, right?
uh,
Um, oh man, I
yeah,
mean, it's just basically bugs. So there's lots of people in all over the world who eat bugs,
right,
so just not my preference, especially the way it's prepared, because it's not like they add any crazy good seasonings to liven it up.
right,
It's just kind of
right.
boiled in its own juices.
Yeah, I
Uh,
asked my mother-in-law today, like, how should I eat this? And she's like, oh, just eat it straight out of the can. And then my wife was saying, like, she has friends who will like fry it in butter and eat it that way. And I was
that
like,
doesn't
oh,
sound
I should
bad.
try that. Yeah, but she was like, you're not cooking that in my house.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So why don't you open one up and show
Oh,
show everyone
dude.
one.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, and it's weird because there's some older people who really like it, but I've also
Mhm.
seen a lot of kids who really enjoy it too. So it's just obviously
Oh,
it's kind of what
dude.
you've grown up with. Um, but it's funny when I see
It's
someone getting nowadays it's not a newspaper, they put it in a cup, but they'll
uh
just take the cup and just as if it's like, like peanuts or something, and they just like throw it down their throat, dude.
oh, dude. I mean, I don't know how to show you this because like it's like in its juice and everything, but
Well, how are you gonna eat it? You gotta grab one out. You have
yeah.
chopsticks
Well,
or
I mean,
toothpick?
yeah, I have like a spoon. Hold on a second.
Grab a toothpick.
Toothpick?
Yeah,
Oh,
because that's
dude.
what they do here, right? They give you a toothpick so
uh
you can pick at it and eat it.
My dogs are going crazy. They must like the smell of it, but uh,
Oh,
it's pretty gross. And some of them are floating like at the surface with like their like legs showing. or what I guess will turn into legs and antennas showing. And then some of them are like floating, like kind of like standing up, so it just looks more gross or something. Oh, dude, and there's just a lot of juice. Oh,
Show
here, let me.
us. Show
All right, hold
us.
on. I'll try to grab a couple and just kind of put it up to the screen. Ugh. I don't know if it's like visible, but yeah, you can see there's kind of like legs and antenna there.
Oh
Yeah, man,
man,
my
that's
dog wants it. He thinks it's like
ah.
dog food.
Oh, it's really making me
Oh,
gag. All
and the
right,
smell.
and so
I
so
don't
what then?
remember it ever looking so insect-like. I thought it was more like kind of like a cocoon shape. I didn't realize that there was like
Yeah, I
visible
always
legs and.
I always remember cocoon shape. Maybe they just kind of, they just kind of grew as they developed in the can.
Oh, dude, don't say that, man. That's disgusting.
Um,
Whew, this
so
is
so what
gonna be
so what Danny will
horrible.
have to do is every time, since the movie's called Smile, we're doing it so every time someone smiles in the movie, he has to eat one. Every time, and since it's a horror film, every time someone screams or yells, he has to eat one. But he
Oh,
can't just
dude.
pop it into it really quick and swallow it, right? He's got to savor it,
Oh,
as if it's
this
like
is
a
so
delicacy,
gross.
right?
Oh, dude, some of them like their heads are like kind of greenish. Oh, dude. Oh, why?
Stop looking
Is
at
this
it. Stop.
is
Stop
this
looking at
safe to
it.
eat this like this?
Stop
Some of
looking
them
at it.
literally are like kind of green. Like,
Don't eat the green ones.
oh, dude. Okay. 1 second. I'm gonna have to kick my dogs out because they're like dying for this stuff. Here, come on, guys. Come on.
Oh man,
See you guys later.
I'm so glad I'm not doing this.
Oh. All right. Yeah, that smell. That smell.
Describe the smell.
It's like this weird, like proteiny smell. It's like kind of almost like metallic and like it almost has like a muddy kind of smell. It's like this proteiny, muddy, like oh. It does not smell good. I'm
Well,
sure there are people, who this is like a delicacy to them and
yeah.
everything. But yeah,
So let's not
yeah,
offend them, Danny.
yeah, like, oh, dude,
Just
it's so.
savor
So
each one. Just savor each one.
oh. I mean, is this my mother-in-law told me to eat it just like cold out of the can? But I mean, is this
Yep.
safe?
Let's do it. That's
All
how a lot
right.
of people eat it. So
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do this. Hold on. My dogs are going crazy. They think this is for them because of the shape of the can. It almost looks like wet dog food or something.
yeah.
The interesting thing is that the pull tab is on the bottom. Like the labeling is all like this way, but then the
Hmm.
is that like a new thing? I don't know.
Oh, maybe they just got lazy with it.
No. Oh, dude. This is all right. Let's do this.
All right.
All
So,
right.
with all that being said, we're gonna enjoy the movie and enjoy watching Danny eating these. Before we get before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Your subscriptions mean a lot for us here, just to help get our channel up, and with the comments and the likes, it helps with the algorithm. And if you want to check us out on our Patreon and watch our full-length reactions and commentary, you can go to patreon.com/watchingwhatever. And for our Patreon viewers, we thank you for being here with us. Hopefully you don't get too, for those of you who aren't used to it, you don't get too grossed out with watching him eating these. It should be pretty enjoyable. And we thank you very much for your support. So we're going to start the movie. All right, ready? In 3, 2, 1. For anyone who skipped the intro, this is our punishment movie for Danny, so he's going to have to eat some silkworm pupa every time someone smiles, yells, or screams.
You think she OD'd?
Well, I mean, look at all of that.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, you
looks like
got
there's
pills
like
laying
sleeping
around.
pills.
Yeah.
Maybe it was used to
Do we
be a
count
happy
smiling pictures?
family. No.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, that's traumatizing, man. Yeah, would that moment ever leave your mind? Discovering your mom like that?
She's
I
gonna
don't
die.
think it
Mom's gonna
can.
die. I'm gonna die. Everybody dies.
I mean, eventually over time, it's not like something you think about all the time,
Right.
but I don't think it'll be anything you'd ever forget.
I don't matter. I don't matter. He's gonna die.
Could you be in a room alone with someone in this condition?
He doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. Mom doesn't matter. Nothing ever matters.
I
You'd
guess
have
if
to
she has no
be,
history of violence.
yeah, and maybe just be extra alert.
Hey, Carl. I think you're having another manic episode.
Don't.
Carl, I know that what you're experiencing feels real, but it can't hurt you.
Is that a smile?
Thank you.
Smile.
That's a smile. All right, first one down the hatch.
Oh, you got to show us eating it on camera.
Oh, dude. It burst in my mouth and like juice. Oh.
Yeah, actually, you got to bring it up to your mouth.
Oh, all right. I just want the juice to like drip. Oh, I'll bring it up to my mouth. Like the outside is like chewy. I don't know, hard to break it completely down.
And is the inside tender like a steak?
No.
Did you send a patient named Sarah Marquette over to residency?
Oh man, Cal Penn.
Maybe the board should try giving a shit about the point of our job here once in a while.
Hey, you haven't
Oh,
been
that's
here
a
since the
smile.
late shift last night, have you?
Yum.
Oh.
Laura Weaver, 26, she's a grad student. Police were called on her for public disturbance. A professor at her school bludgeoned himself to death with a hammer. She was interviewed as the only witness.
So this doctor is kind of a workaholic, it seems, right?
Hi,
Smile.
Laura.
Damn.
My name is Dr. Cotter. I'm a therapist. Do you want to sit down?
I'm seeing something. It looks like people.
I'm not sure I understand.
It looks like people. It looks like different people. It's like it wears people's faces like masks. It's smiling at me. It told me that today's the...
That would be labeled under schizophrenia, right?
Right.
Hearing voices.
Our minds.
You're not listening to me!
Look at me.
Oh,
Scream,
shit.
yell.
Ugh. I was scared.
Oh, what the hell? Hey. There's their smile. Oh. Oh, no. No.
No.
Oh, no. Oh. Damn, no. Oh, my God.
they're showing it.
Oh, crap. No.
Oh. Oh, wouldn't she have already like dropped by now?
Not if she's been taken over by something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. We haven't seen any
Yeah, that's
credits.
yeah. That's crazy intro. The combination of like watching something violent and bloody and eating the pundegi at the same time, not cool, man.
So that's the second time she's seen someone
Die in
self-delete.
front of her. Right. Oh, right. Woo. That was pretty intense. Ooh. Ooh.
She's gonna need therapy now.
Would you say she was typical of the patients you see here?
She was having paranoid delusions. Before she died, she was smiling.
Oh, she made a smile on the. Wow.
That's a nice touch. Oh.
So is this supposed to be? I mean, at this point, I'm guessing it's like a paranormal thing, right?
Right. I mean, I think we're supposed to. Right at this point, I mean, I think we know, as the audience, we assume that it's something paranormal. But in the movie world, it could still be explained as something rational, right? She was just crazy.
Well, I mean, anyone would think that,
Right, right.
right? Aside from people who are into like the paranormal stuff and spiritual
Right.
stuff, right? But I wish I wasn't allergic to cats. Skip the glass. Just drink from the bottle. Oh, I was expecting something behind the refrigerator door.
Oh shit.
What?
That's a smile, huh?
Rose. Whoa. Hi.
Hi.
Smile. Damn. That's A-Train from The Boys.
Oh, that's where I recognize him.
A patient died today. It happened right in front of me.
Maybe we should bail on dinner tonight.
We can't.
Damn it. I was about to say how happy I am. There's like not a lot of smiling in a movie called Smile, but I spoke too soon. Or I almost spoke too soon.
What? Oh, sorry, what's Saturday?
I'm sorry, is that a joke? Wow. Rose, Jackson's 7th birthday party. I've told you like 5 times.
I work Saturday.
Rose loves being a doctor. She do it for free.
I won't count those half smiles that they just did.
There's like sarcastic smiles.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for having mercy, man. Right now, I can't taste anything else. Like, there's no normal in my mouth right now. It's just, ugh. Oh, it's cat food.
Yeah.
They make it look so unappetizing, but it still looks better than this.
I wonder what was the point of that shot?
I assume something bad's gonna happen to the cat. That's my thinking.
Rose. You know, we didn't really get to talk yesterday other than the whole...
Ex-boyfriend?
So why are you here?
You know, like I
Does
said, I was
that
on
count
a
as a
call nearby
smile?
and I just, you know, I thought I would come check on you.
I have to get back to work.
Yeah, that
So why
must
is
be
he
the
coming
ex.
around?
You do know she's engaged, right?
And smiled at her. So is it like the ring where it just goes to the next person?
Yeah.
I should apologize. I've been just dealing with some stuff. I wasn't being very good company.
Oh, there she is.
You sound weird. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You're not fine.
Like, if you saw those things, like, you thought you saw someone in the house. Oh,
Yeah, right.
And
If
you
you
thought-
say that, and it, you know, you're like, it was a girl who died, and she.
right.
Well, now you're gonna become a patient.
Oh, dude.
He's smiling.
Is he smiling?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wait, so did it not move on to her? It's just going on to the others around.
I think that girl was saying that it takes on other
Carl?
people's faces,
Uh-huh.
and it smiles at her, but like a terrifying smile.
You're going to die. You're going to die.
Help! This patient is 5150. He needs to be restrained.
It looks like he returned right back to normal, or you know,
Yeah.
like his normal.
Right. Or maybe that wasn't him at all, like the one who was doing that to her.
He was aggressive.
Has never exhibited behavior even remotely aggressive.
I suppose I could have misinterpreted the situation and overreacted.
What? She just got gaslit right there.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
We can't help these patients unless we have our own mental health in check. Just do what you gotta do and come back focused, okay?
At least he's not like a dick, you know.
Yeah. Hey man, was it scary when he was doing the "you're gonna die" like when he was repeating it over and over, or was it like kind of like cringy?
No, it wasn't cringy, but it wasn't scary.
Was it like creepy in any way to you, or?
No, it was just more of okay. So it's focusing on her to torment her now.
Yeah.
Electric model trains. Hey, she could go to the party now. She's got a week off.
Right. So now, like, even those smiles, they look a little bit creepy, right?
Yeah. It's just a little bit off.
Yeah. Right.
Where's she gonna pop out from? Again. Intruder alarm. Yeah.
Hello?
This is First Line Security.
The back door of my house is open. What?
Are you sure you haven't let something inside, Rose?
Oh.
Look behind you.
No. Oh.
Turn around.
Oh no. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I screamed.
I know you did.
Hello?
This is First Line Security.
I'm wondering,
If anything else comes up, you can give us a call.
working at a psych hospital, is it something with her like losing her mind slowly?
What happened?
What if there really isn't anything? It really is just her mind
Right.
playing tricks.
Mustache.
Mustache.
So,
I literally don't remember doing it. I must have just like said it by accident or something. No, I'm fine. I was just venting.
What?
Smile.
Can you see if you can find Mustache? I haven't seen him like anywhere at all.
Their relationship was kind
no.
of weird.
Something happened to the cat?
But damn, their relationship's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah, I mean, someone who went through something so
Mustache.
traumatic, I can't imagine 1 second being so supportive and the next just kind of like treating her like she's crazy. Oh, the cat is missing. The world is spinning. Oh, this is
Her past trauma.
the
Her
flashback.
mom.
Sometimes it looks like my grandfather who died in front of me when I was 7.
Laura?
Scream, yell.
Oh, dude, that got me. A lot of jump scares in this movie, huh? Hey, does that scare you at all?
No.
Hi.
This is a surprise. Do you still blame yourself?
Ever since that patient, I've been, seeing things.
Rose, from where I'm sitting, you don't seem delusional or disordered to me. You have wounds that have never fully healed, but you can learn to get control over it. I also think it would be helpful if we resumed our regular sessions again.
Dang, so even she thinks she's going through some kind of that's the drug.
Well, I mean, the way she's talking, right? It sounds like she's trying to carefully form her words to hide certain things.
Right. And they did a good job of making this woman look like she's like falling apart.
Yeah.
Smile. Is that a smile? Damn it.
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program. Oh, get ready for a lot of smiles here. Here, there's another one. Kid smiling.
Damn it. Birthday party. Damn it.
We'll count the scene as one. Or if it's like someone smiling, they go back to something and back to that person who's smiling again as one. Right?
Fine.
Not every shot. Oh, but what I was gonna say earlier is most jump scares don't get me because it's expected.
Oh, okay.
Grass has Harper's mom.
He smiled.
Damn it.
Oh, is it gonna be something crazy? It's not gonna be a train.
Dude, it's gonna be a cat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't me, I swear.
They was think- oh!
There's our girl with her smile.
Please.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, damn.
Dang.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, this girl's a good actress, dude.
The pain assessment tool.
I'm not crazy, okay?
Yeah, the way that they did her makeup, it aged her like 10 years.
Something is threatening me.
Oh, we didn't count when all the kids screamed.
Oh yeah. Fine.
I don't really know what it is, but it killed my patient. I'm just really scared that something bad is going to happen.
I mean, would you be able to believe what she's saying? Wouldn't you just naturally think she's going crazy?
Yeah.
I cannot fucking do this right now.
I am not crazy! Sorry.
But it's genetic, isn't it? Mental illness.
Why would you look that up?
I wanted to know what I was potentially hitching my entire life to.
Did a really good job with the makeup, and her acting's like really good. I mean, it's believable that she's like losing it.
Yeah.
Has it been able to like touch her? No, right?
I don't think it's
Oh.
done anything to touch her.
Please help me.
Oh.
Oh, it's her mom.
Mrs. Munoz?
At first, I
that girl
noticed
from
small
Scrubs. I
changes
can't
in
remember her
him.
name.
He would wake up in the middle of the night screaming. Then one morning he was gone. They asked me to identify his body.
Oh.
Jeez.
Why would you let her see that?
Did
I guess
Gabriel
someone has
ever
to.
Someone has to
describe
identify.
the things that he was seeing?
I guess. I mean, that's what the movies say, right? We don't know
Right.
in real life exactly what happens. This is. Oh, look at the drawing, right? And everything. You can see all the smiles.
This is what Gabriel said he saw. He kept saying it was trying to get inside of him.
That looks like an anime demon.
It was because he saw that awful woman herself.
So is it only affecting people who have witnessed someone who self-deleted?
Did he find any explanation in all of this? The things that he was seeing, they're real. I've seen them.
Out of my house. I want you out of my house now.
Yeah, I mean, everyone would think you're crazy, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, even if it happened to your husband, the next person that came, you would think that they were also like. I mean, even she thought she was crazy in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
She thought herself was crazy or going through like something post-trauma psychosis or something. Just got rid of the cop.
Yeah, her ex.
I need a favor. I need you to not ask any questions about it.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Is that a smile?
That was absolutely.
I need to know if he had been involved in any other recent police reports.
He was staying at a hotel where a woman committed.
I need you to do the same search again, but this time on her. Joel, you said you weren't going to ask me any questions.
No, you said I wouldn't ask you any questions.
Yeah. Don't give in.
Please.
Don't give in. She brushed you off.
He's a good dude. He's better than that.
You wuss.
He's better than her actual boyfriend, man. They have like a weird ass relationship.
There was a previous report filed 4 days before her death. It's a weird coincidence. She was also interviewed about a suicide.
I just thought about a way to end it. See, so if she doesn't want to pass it on to someone else, then she'd have
Go
to
somewhere alone?
Otherwise, if someone sees it, then they're gonna be the next like
Victim.
person, the next victim. So she's like self-sacrificing. Then she'll make sure like no one witnesses her.
But wouldn't
Those
that
garden
also be
shears?
like? Yeah, wouldn't that also be like the ring?
Oh right.
Where you thought at the end they got rid of it, but what the?
Oh, there's a lot of blood.
But with the self-deletion, it's not like the people who are like depressed or anything. It's this thing is affecting them to do it.
Okay, stop.
He's smiling.
He's smiling. Damn.
Is he smiling?
It makes him do that, and it goes on to that next person, it seems.
That's true. Right.
I have to go.
Where are you going?
After all that, you're not going to give any answers.
You do me one more favor. Do you have a printer?
How about you tell me something first?
Yeah. I hate movies like this where like characters leave other characters in the dark and later it's going to lead to a misunderstanding,
Oh,
like
of course. But you need that conflict.
Right. I mean, it's a trope for a reason, right? It propels the story.
Trevor, you here?
Hey,
Hi, Rose.
I called her.
Why?
Because you're crazy.
You've been acting completely unhinged, and I didn't know what else to do.
All you're trying to do is make it so you don't have to deal with it. You just think about how it's gonna f up your whole little perfect life plan.
That's not fair. Does she expect him to be like, what rational person would sit there and go, okay, that's fine, honey. Let's just solve this together.
You're gonna come over here and talk to me like that?
Holly, can I talk to you just for 1 second?
Holly,
Just go.
all right, fine.
All the guys are pushovers.
I have been cursed.
That's not a good way to open up.
Yeah.
She was cursed, and then when she died, she
Who
transferred
the
it to
hell would
me, and
believe
now
this?
nobody else can see it except for me.
Curses are not real. Okay, you are having some sort of a breakdown. This is exactly what happened to Mom. I'm not doing this with you. You've completely traumatized Jackson, okay?
I just smell my own breath, man.
Go kiss
It's
your
not
wife
pleasant.
after. Oh. Why does his sister come back out?
Holly.
Oh!
Scream!
So it's like mental illness is something that continues to like affect other people. Is that what it is?
That I mean,
or trauma. Trauma is something that can affect.
I'm trying to figure out, is it supposed to be in that realm, or is it an actual entity that's just messing with them? Although it seems like it is a bit of both, right? Because we can see her losing her sanity here.
Joel? Why didn't you tell me about your patient's connection to the others? This same pattern, it goes back further. So far, I found 20 cases involving 19 victims. One of the cases mixes
You're the
up
last
patterns.
one.
An accountant, Robert
Oh.
Talley. Talley goes and he's a woman he's never met before, completely out of the blue. A week later, the key eyewitness to the murder also commits.
Joel, I gotta talk to him.
Oh, so at
That
that
might
point
be a
the
way to
pattern
break the
broke.
chain. Right. But by killing somebody?
It still moved on though. The pattern broke, but the psycho still moved.
So there might be, if he can escape it, then there must be other possible ways to escape it.
What you're saying is that this thing is jumping around from person to person and it is causing them to kill themselves?
And you've contacted me?
At the end, everything about her changed, and something else
Like
had
possessed them.
taken over. How long was it between each victim's death?
None of them survived longer than a week. Some of them didn't even make it past 4 days.
Today was my 4th day. Mr. Talley, my name is Dr. Rose Cotter. What I need to know is what you experienced in the days leading up to it. I have a patient, and ever since then, she has been seeing something.
Make him leave, and I'll tell you what I know.
Please leave. I want to know. Get out.
Ruin the taste of my water.
Found one that was in Brazil a few years ago.
Wow, all the way out in Brazil.
A man there escaped that chain by killing his neighbor and passing it to his neighbor's wife. Your patient is going to die unless she kills someone.
Damn.
So either yourself or
Just
someone.
to make sure there's a witness for it to pass to, because this thing needs trauma to spread. That's what gives it power.
It is trauma.
Trauma.
Someone, and there has to be a witness. What do you think she's gonna do?
I don't know, man.
What do you say?
Nothing.
Again.
Come on.
Stop helping her unless she talks. Damn. But you're right. If that's the chain, wouldn't it break it if you sacrificed yourself where no one was around?
Right.
Because even if you try to fight it, at one point, you're going to spread it to somebody.
Now you gotta question like whether.
Yeah, is that real or?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I apologize if you felt ambushed yesterday. That was the wrong approach.
But then, I doubt it would have come and rang the doorbell, right?
I need you to help convince me you're not a danger.
That's not happening anymore. Okay, it was stress and lack of sleep.
She expects the world from everybody, but won't tell anyone much.
What?
Rose? It's Madeline. I'm very
Oh.
concerned about your things yesterday.
Oh, I guess it would ring the doorbell. Smile.
Oh.
That's a
Ew.
crazy smile.
Yeah.
Almost time, Rose.
Oh.
It was like the alien noise.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a similar shot too.
Yeah. With the saliva coming down and everything.
Yeah.
I was waiting for like a little mouth to come out. So she's gonna choose to pass it to someone else right at this point.
The most morally reprehensible like option.
Aren't you supposed to be on leave?
Is she gonna do to what's his name? The guy at the beginning? Her patient?
Oh.
Make it look like he was trying to attack her?
Rose.
Oh.
Is it that thing? Just messing with her.
Oh my, there's a lot of screaming going on, man.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Oh, I forgot about the screams, yeah. So those 3 screams.
Oh. 3 screams?
Yeah, because she screamed, he screamed, and the doctor screamed.
Oh.
So eat 3 of them.
I don't think you should be alone right now.
I need to be alone. I need to be alone.
Ah, she's gonna go to her like mom's old house or whatever.
So I wonder what would happen if, let's say, you just went off to like a very isolated place, right? Like one of those, there's an island somewhere where it has just a lighthouse. There's nothing else there. You have to get there by boat, only way, right?
Right.
You just go there and you stay there. What would happen? Oh yeah, that looks like a fun house. What if she chooses like the noble way out, and as she's dying, someone walks in on her?
Right. Did all the victims have like a previous trauma?
I don't
we
think
know
so. It doesn't.
This girl had This girl had her mom's death.
I think
the professor.
I think the trauma they were indicating is with her mom's death is leading to how, you know, with the story with this thing, how it needs to create trauma. Because the professor, the trauma
he
was
lost his brother that he couldn't get over.
Yeah, he lost his brother, but it
Uh-huh.
didn't really say anything about anyone else.
And then
Everyone else, it was just being a witness.
The college student said that she lost her grandfather, who she like
Yeah,
really
'cause that's
cared
why
about or something.
That's why at first I thought it was something like that, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it is.
Rose,
Back to that moment.
help me, please. Call for help.
She wouldn't do it.
Rose!
She could have saved her mom.
Is that real? Is that like a real flashback?
I think so. I mean, if that's a real flashback, then yes, she could have saved her mom. So the trauma isn't seeing her mom do that; it's of what she did.
What is the plan?
Isolate herself. You can't continue the chain without a witness.
Like, it can threaten her, but it can't actually or wouldn't actually kill her, because that would kill the chain, right?
But what if in the reality of this world, it doesn't need any kind of chain? It can just, you know.
Right. Boyfriend's gonna show up, or the ex-boyfriend's gonna
Yeah,
show
I was
up.
just gonna say Joel's probably gonna just show up and mess everything up.
Yeah.
Rose. I am so sorry.
Are you ashamed of me?
No.
Then why did you let me die?
Stop it.
You wish that I would die.
Because I was afraid of you!
So I'm interpreting this phenomenon as the message of the cycle of abuse and stuff, right?
Why are you doing this to me? Because your mind is so inviting.
You can't escape your own mind.
She had a yell. She yelled when she got thrown.
You can't escape it either.
It yelled. Ooh. There's no way that's the end of it.
Right.
They already said it's all in her mind. Why would you think that cleared everything? Now it just tricked you into going back out to everyone.
Where have you been?
Do you think that I could stay here and just sleep?
This guy looks like if Joaquin Phoenix and Shia LaBeouf had a kid.
Yeah, of course I'll stay with you.
It's the thing.
I'll stay with you forever.
Smiling. Yelling. Yeah, see, she never left the house.
Rose!
No.
Open the door!
Oh.
It's got like multiple mouths, multiple jaws. It's gonna end with her with a smile. Oh, what?
Oh.
Talk about getting head. Smiling.
Oh, dude, just run, bruh. Oh, woo.
I'm thinking like what we had said earlier. Where right, it's with with the trauma, with the cycle, how it keeps repeating and following. Right.
Right.
To me, it was a play on actual trauma and abuse and how that usually follows.
Right.
One leads to another. And
Right. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
and to break that chain, right? That's kind of what
Right.
the story is about, but how it also is
Right.
so hard to break
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I mean that's like it seems like kind of like the obvious subtext to the story. Yeah, why do you think the filmmakers or why did they use like the smile to make that like kind of the thing that people do? Is it like sometimes when we have like this trauma, we like put on this fake face that like that I don't know that like is it's like a clue to something wrong or
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's exactly what it was. I was gonna say is right. I mean, I've done that plenty of times where even if things aren't going good, if someone goes, "Hey, oh yeah, good," put on a smile just to, you know, not have to deal with it and not have to let others know. A lot of people do that in general, right? Even with families when they come home, let's say a mom or dad or whoever comes home after work or something had a really rough day, but with around their kids, they're gonna put on that smile because they don't want to show them that stress.
Right.
And the other thing, what did I just think about with it? Ah, man, I can't remember now. But yeah, I think that was the whole reason with the smile, right?
Smile. Mm-hmm.
It's a false front. It's a facade.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. What did you think of like the actual monster? So like they rather than kind of making it this like this being that takes many forms, they kind of showed us. Do you think that was its actual form, or was it just another like a body or face that it took on to specifically affect uh um Rose?
Yeah, I think it was just another body because remember they showed us what the other guy had drawn of what the monster looked like to him,
Right.
right? I kind of wish
Right.
it kept it more that way, right?
Right.
Instead of giving it like an actual physical appearance and keeping it a little bit
Right.
more mysterious.
Right.
So was this movie scary? Did you
Yeah,
find
I
it
think
scary?
Yeah, I think like I mean, I've watched a lot of horror movies and I really enjoy horror. I think but really like I mean the jump scares and those kinds of things and seeing gross stuff and violence and all that. That's like, obviously that kind of gives you kind of like this like you have like a visceral reaction to those things, right? Like makes your heart beat faster or like I enjoy that. I love that like like a movie like a series of images and sound can like actually cause you to like kind of like change your physical kind of being or whatever, right? At
Mhm.
least temporarily. I think that's amazing, and I think that's something like I wish I could study and manipulate too, like as a wannabe like filmmaker or whatever. And I think what this movie did really well, and what I think really is what true horror is kind of creating like a sense of like dread, right? And so like I think this movie did a really good job of kind of creating that feeling of dread. Like this character is just going through this crap, right? And once in a while you get this release with these jump scares and these violent kind of moments, but overall like and it's never a full release until we actually see her go down, right?
Mhm.
Usually in a movie we see the bad guy, the monster, whatever, the thing that is causing this dread either is defeated or the main character in this case is defeated. But yeah, like so the like a successful, I think, horror film continues this kind of sense of dread, and I think here I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, it was entertaining. There was enough jump scares to kind of like make me feel like nervous, and I think there was actually they tried to put in like a message, right? They're relating like this kind of evil presence to like trauma and abuse and post traumatic stress, like all those things. Like it was like yeah. I mean, I think they did a pretty good job.
So-
What about you?
Surprising. I mean, I did, like you had pointed out before, right? With Rose, with her acting, right? The way she portrayed that, just slowly kind of losing her mind and kind of being a little bit psychotic. As far as the horror aspect, though, it did not scare me.
Okay.
And I'm not one of those people like, oh, I don't get scared. I'm not a horror fan, right? I think I've told the story once before, but when I was younger, somewhere around like late junior high, early high school, we watched Candyman at my friend's house, right? And that movie scared the bejesus out of me. It freaked me out. And after that, I never really liked horror movies much. But with this one, there wasn't anything that really got me, scared me. The jump scares were all for the most part, they're pretty predictable. Like I could tell when they were coming, so there wasn't any surprise to actually make me get scared. The creature was not scary looking. I wish they had kept it more like what they showed with the man's drawings, right? It didn't really have a form.
Right.
You just saw teeth. And I think that would have been cooler and made the creature look better. So in that so for me, this felt more like a suspense movie rather than a horror movie.
Interesting. That's
So
very
yeah,
interesting.
it didn't get me as far as a horror movie would. If you found yourself in the situation, you learned about what how to break the cycle, what would your choice be?
I would do what she did. I would just isolate myself and just, I don't know, just wait till I die or by myself,
But I don't feel like she did a good job of isolating herself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She did a
Like,
really poor job. She should have
very
gone somewhere
poor.
where no one would find her. I mean,
Exactly.
she picked. Yeah, I mean, but I think it's because she went there to deal with her trauma. I think she thought she could overcome like the monster by defeating it within herself, right? This thing that's been like kind of hovering over her or whatever. I think.
I get that.
Yeah, I think like I do believe, I think based on what the monster was saying, and obviously like it could just be trying to like psych her out or whatever, but when it said that your mind is so inviting, and I think it probably does like people who have
Previous
suffered
trauma.
previous trauma, right? Because then they'll be even more affected by a traumatic event, right? It's more likely to stick with them and stuff.
So before we move on to the rating, first of all, so how was your experience eating those silkworm
They're
pupas?
disgusting, man. I'll never eat these again, like by
Really?
choice.
After eating, and it wasn't. I honestly thought there was gonna be a lot more of screaming and
Yeah, me
and
too.
smiles.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
I
you
think I
barely
lucked
got
out.
through half the can.
Probably not even half.
Not
maybe
even
like
half, man.
maybe like a fourth of it. There's still so much left, man. It's
I should have said that you had to finish the whole can. Dang it.
I know, man.
And
But I don't think I could have made it. Like towards the end, like I started to feel queasy. Like little bits would get are stuck in my teeth, but then it would like kind of like, but then they would kind of like like naturally kind of work its way out into my mouth, and I'll get that flavor rush again. And I was like, oh, like it was pretty bad, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I started to get queasy.
I figured
think
by
it's
this
'cause
point you would start to develop a taste for it.
No, I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I think
It's pretty pungent.
Yeah, and it's like looking in the can and seeing it. It doesn't look like food, and the fact that I was eating it, like I think that's what kind of made me queasy more than the taste and the smell, which are awful. It was like the visual, dude. I mean, You can see little ridges on them.
All right, so let's go to our ratings.
Okay.
All right. Since it was your punishment, let's have you go first.
Sure. So I chose this movie because, like I'm on like Dreadit, like our horror on Reddit, and I just lurk there a lot, and I see people. I always want to get suggestions for horror films, and this is one that people mentioned, and it was on Netflix. A lot of the movies that I wanted to watch were not available anywhere, and so but this one was there, and yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I think it worked on like two levels, like kind of like a psychological kind of like examination of like trauma, mixed in with like that kind of like horror. I was surprised that it actually turned into kind of like a creature feature. They actually showed like this like Slender Man type monster, and it did this whole like mouth thing. Like as I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes movies like this are ruined when they actually show the monster. But this one I thought I mean the monster wasn't as scary as as just like the fear of what was gonna happen, yeah. Like that it was good. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. And I don't know if it's being on this channel and in this format of us watching it together and whatnot, but normally like most movies like in my real life are probably 2. Even movies I kind of enjoy, I would just give it a 2, right? But I think on this channel I've given almost every movie a 3, at least a 3. I think there's very few movies we've given 2, and I think very few movies we've given a 4. But yeah, for some reason 3 has kind of become like the average or whatever, like on this channel, which is different from my real life. But this movie, I think, yeah, I enjoyed it. And maybe it's watching it like this, that makes movies more, going to the watching a movie in the theater makes it more fun than like when you're with an audience, especially when the audience is good. Like, have you ever experienced that before?
Yeah.
Like where you go, yeah, like if you go to like opening night, like Friday night showing, for like a kind of like a blockbuster movie or something, it's almost always more fun than watching it by yourself, and so maybe watching it with you, and all the people that are watching with us, makes it these movies more enjoyable or something. So yeah, but I feel like my scale has changed and maybe I'm more forgiving or something, but yeah, I'll give this a 3. How about you?
So the movie, it definitely had its moments to be. It kept you in suspense, right? I really wanted to find out what the curse was, right? How do you break this scene? How do you do this?
Right.
Understanding the underlying message of the movie. But overall, as a horror movie, again, I was not scared. And so for me, I'm giving this a 2.
Okay.
It was enjoyable enough to watch it. Will I watch it again? No, not unless I was, not unless I was over, let's say, at a friend's place and they really wanted to watch it. That's fine. But this would not, for me, this isn't a movie I'd be telling my friends, oh, you need to watch this. You should check it out. Right.
Right.
So on my end, yeah, it's a 2.
Okay.
I was expecting a horror movie and it just didn't give me the satisfaction of that.
Okay. That's fair.
And I expect horror movies to either be really cheesy and campy, like let's say Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th kind of thing,
right.
or just kind of over the top with Final Destination, Saw, those kind of things. What else? But this is kind of. It was, to me, it was lackluster in the horror part. So, all right, with that said, let's move on to our tomato meter and our audience reaction or audience reviews.
I think this might be the hardest one for me. Like, I don't know. Do critics like horror movies?
I mean, what do you? There's a there's a there's a market for every genre, right? So you're gonna have critics who
Right.
love horror movies, love comedy, love
Right.
romance, all that stuff. I'll go first on this.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll get the budget.
Damn it.
Unless you want to go first.
Nah, that's
Okay.
cool.
So with the critics' score on this movie, it's hard because again, I didn't feel the horror aspect of it. It felt a little lackluster to me in that end, but I don't know how the message again, the underlying message was good, right? It wasn't over the top in your face. It was just kind of there and for you to pick up on. The acting was really good. You know, she showed herself going crazy and
She was really good.
yeah, so I'm going to say critics. I'll throw this at I'll put it at a 76.
Okay.
I think audiences might be a little bit more forgiving and like it a little bit more. So I will say an audience, and they're making a second. Just because they're making a second one doesn't mean that it got a high rating.
Right.
I'll say 79 for audience.
All right, cool. Then I mean, I was gonna skew it much higher, but since you went low, I don't have to risk it. So I'm gonna say for critics, I'll say that it was like 80, and then for audiences, I'll say like 82.
I swear, I hope it's lower, dude. I hope it's so much lower. I hope this has a rotten just to screw you over on this.
That's funny. All right. I just went slightly higher than you, right?
Yeah.
I didn't go one up on you. I think I went like two or three.
All right, where is it? Let me find it here. Rotten Tomatoes. Smile. All right. Okay, so critics score Rotten Tomatoes 80. You got it right
80,
on the dot.
I dead on. Woohoo! All right.
See, if I had let you go first, I would have gotten it.
Yeah, because I would have guessed like 84 or something.
You're little.
That's funny.
Audience score.
That's funny.
77.
Wow.
So I got
you were closer, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 2 less than what I picked.
Okay.
Oh man, at least you didn't get both of them. Okay, so it still got a good critics review and a good audience score.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, like when I look at like 70s, like I think, oh, that's like a C. That's just like average, you know.
No, but that's 3 out of 4 people.
That's true. Yeah. The way I think of it is like
50 is average. That's half.
50 is average. Yeah,
that's
I
half.
think of that as being like being like an F.
It's not a school grade. It's the number of people.
Right. I mean that makes more sense, but that's how I look at it. Like whenever I look at a score like that, I think of I think of like the grade equivalent, you know, the letter grade equivalent. All right.
Please, if
right,
3
so
out of 4,
budget.
if 77% of the people who watch our thing like subscribe and like, we'd have a lot more.
Right. That's true.
So, all right, budget, box office.
Budget. I'm so bad at this, man. I'm gonna say this didn't have a large budget, but I'm gonna say this had a budget of like $49 million.
Okay.
49 million. Oh man, that's probably lower. Fudge. All right, and for audiences, in order for it to deserve like a sequel and it got like a 77 rating and all this, like I'm gonna have to try to play it safe. It must have made money, obviously, so it must have made like, I don't know, like double the money or something. So I'm gonna say it made like 100 no, fine, $111 million. That's my guess.
Okay.
111.
111.
000. Yeah.
Okay, 111 million. All right. So I will play it safe. I think it didn't really cost as much. So I'm gonna say 48 million.
Okay.
And box office, I'm gonna go with 110. Yeah, you jerk. I'm finally doing it to you.
Dude, that's the strategy, man. I can't, you know, like that's just being smart, dude.
I think next time what I'm gonna do is we write it separately and
Oh
then
yeah.
give it.
Yeah, that's probably the better way. Yeah. That's gonna show how bad we are.
It just tears at me when
That's
you win it
hilarious.
just because you're like, oh, I'll just go one more than you then.
All right.
I'm not even sure if this movie was released in theaters, so I gotta look.
Oh,
and
okay.
see.
Right.
Okay, Box Office Mojo, Smile.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a budget's not on there? So let me look here. Smile, budget. Oh no, that's opening weekend. Okay, there we go. Production budget. So,
all right.
Production budget, according to Screen Rant, $17 million.
Wow, 17 million.
17 million.
What?
That's what Screen Rant is saying.
Oh,
right?
Wow, that's.
Where was it? Let me look up the actual thing here.
Wow, I was like way off, man. You know, one thing I was gonna say is that all the hospital scenes, it looked like they shot on a soundstage.
Probably.
Yeah, that looked kind of cheesy, like the rooms and stuff. It kind of looked like a soundstage. Dang, I was totally. If I would have said that out loud instead of just thinking it, then maybe I would have like altered like what I thought of the budget. Well, that's crazy. That's really cheap.
Before you said your number, I was thinking like 30 million. But since you said 49, I was like, yeah, I'll just go one less than you said. That way I'm still kind of safe.
Crazy,
so,
dude.
Yeah, because it said domestic box office opening weekend was 22 million, which is already making back its production budget of 17 million.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, you think that's crazy? Worldwide gross, 217 million.
Oh, so we split.
Yeah, we split again.
2-2.
I was gonna go one above, but I was like, nah, I can't have made that much. Sure enough, no, I was completely wrong. I mean, domestically alone, it made 105. Oh, right about 106, and worldwide, international, it made 111.
Dang. Oh, we made 111 in.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hilarious, dude. This made a lot of money.
I know.
I mean, it's like a mini
I never
like
heard
blockbuster.
about this.
Oh,
I didn't know anything about this movie.
And they made it for 17 million.
$17 million.
That's crazy.
Right. I mean, like they said, the biggest name we saw in there that we recognize at least is Penn. Right. And so he's not someone who's charging, $30 million a picture, and he's not even in it a lot. So it just made me feel like, the budget really isn't that high. It's not like they had crazy locations.
That's true, man. And there's not a lot of crazy like special effects or anything.
So all right, we're at 6-6. Technically, it's possible that someone can win the next one. So we need
the next one.
Yeah, it's technically possible. So we need our viewers' help. Let us know what our next punishment can be, and give us some suggestions for that and for the movie for us to watch.
Okay.
We'd love to hear that from all of you. So with that said, I think we can end the video here.
Okay.
Before we sign off, again, for anyone watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Well, we do appreciate you being here with us and watching along with us. And for all our viewers and subscribers on Patreon, again, thank you for taking the time to sit here, watch through the whole thing with us, listening to all our everything we say, all our stupid little quibs and whatever else, not our little rants. And we really appreciate the time and the support. So again, thank you and good night.
Good night.